This country is actually, in reality, a medium-sized European country with quite a small manufacturing base and very heavily in debt. And it behaves in its defense spending as if it's a great power in the middle of a Cold War, which actually finished several decades ago. And it doesn't work. We have conventional defenses, which are, as far as I'm concerned, the most essential way of making sure people don't attack you, are so neglected and undermanned, and they're losing key people because the numbers of particularly of non-commissioned officers and experienced officers in an armed service are crucial to keeping going the level of skill it requires and the level of training it requires to be functional. We lose those because they have to work too hard in a short-staffed Navy or Army or Air Force, and our equipment doesn't work. Many of our ships are tied up alongside. The last count, I think hardly any of our submarines could go to sea. It's emerged, not thanks to the government, but through leaks, I think, that on the two previous occasions when our ballistic missile Trident system was tested off the coast of Florida, on the first occasion, the missile went wild and shot off across the United States of America and had to be destroyed. And on the second occasion, do you know how nuclear missiles are launched from a submarine?
Yes.
They're belched out with a sort of bubble of gas and air, and then they ignite. On this occasion, it came out of the tube and emerged from the sea, and then it didn't ignite and just plopped back into the Atlantic Ocean. So that's what happens when we test it. So I don't even know whether it works. But the reason why this sort of thing happens is because we can't really afford that level. We've spent so much money on nuclear weapons, which were originally obtained by this country as a way of trying to maintain some independence of the United States, not against the Soviet Union. We spent so much money, and we ought to, in my view, keep them in some form. But the idea that we still need a gigantic superpower Cold War weapon is absurd. We don't. Israel doesn't have any such thing, and it's got nuclear defenses. There are many ways below the level where we sit, where we could do it. But we continue to have this fantasy that we're a great power, and all the attributes of great power, particularly the economic and industrial ones, are gone. And they need to be, if we're to survive as a country, they need to be rebuilt.